What's up, guys? It's Ray and Michael from AchievementHunter.com, and Michael, this is Saints Row 4.
We're dropping it hard in the Oval Office.
Not Saints Row the 4th.
Nope.
Just Saints Row 4.
They
got rid of the.
Every title they've changed it.
1, 2, yeah.
Because 2 was the number, and then 3 was the third, and
this
then
is
4 is Roman numerals. So, like, what are you going to do for 5?
I don't know. I
know.
wonder if it's going to suffer from the same thing Grand Theft Auto did when I worked at GameStop. Kids would come up and be like, do you have Grand Theft Auto IV?
You say that, I mean, I can believe it. But it blows my mind.
I guarantee
No,
you.
I believe you, Ray. It's just, it makes
kids,
it breaks my heart.
And some adults have no idea what Roman numerals are.
Tell you what, you know how I learned Roman numerals? I played Final Fantasy growing up.
There you go.
Dead serious. School, fuck you. Taught me nothing. Final Fantasy 7, that's the one with the 5 and the 2 lines after it.
I grew up in the Roman Empire. That's how I learned about it. So this is the 4th installment in the Saints Row series, and this takes place after Saints Row the 3rd. I'm not sure exactly like how long the timetable is.
I'm assuming it's like the opening of the game is relatively close after, and then it's like 5 years later.
Yeah.
So let's say 5 years or so later.
It's crazy to think that Saints Row 1, it's like you start off as a no-name guy who gets canonized into a gang, and now you're the president of the United States.
The opening of the game is you walking down the street and just getting your ass beat, like caught in a fucking gang war going on.
And then you get picked up.
You're not the boss at that point. You're just the player.
Yeah, as Keith David.
Yeah.
Who's also in this game,
right?
As himself.
Who also people constantly reference that he sounds like Julius.
Yeah. So Saints Row 4. I mean, I guess you probably should have played or at least know about the previous Saints Row games because there's a lot of references and throwbacks to those games without exactly spoiling anything. You'll see a lot of characters and stuff from like Saints Row the 3rd and stuff. So you might be a little lost, but I mean, if you haven't played them, that shouldn't stop you from playing this game because it is a shit load of fun.
It is lots of fun.
Both played the hell out of it. We got all the achievements. It took us probably about like 30, 35 hours of gameplay.
I think my final game time was like 34 hours, and then I just had to get the 40-hour achievement.
The achievements in this are very similar to Saints Row the 3rd, where they're very they're fun, they're doable, nothing too crazy. You'll have a good time playing it. There is co-op.
The game even definitely lends to it more than Saints Row the 3rd, whereas like the problem with some of the achievements in Saints Row the 3rd were the challenges, because there was a lot of stuff you had to do to the gangs.
Yeah.
And like after you beat the game, the gangs are fucking gone.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in this game. The enemy spawns are never a problem. So it is way easier to finish the challenges.
Yeah, I did some of the challenges after I beat the main game, and there was still like there were aliens, obviously, because aliens invade Earth. And
welcome to it.
You just raise up your notoriety, and they just come fucking going after you. So let's go over some achievements. First 2 achievements are for beating the game and beating the game with the full help of your homies. Grand finale is the final mission.
Fucking Mass Effect reference
and
there.
when they mean with the full help of your homies, all your homies have loyalty missions, which are kind of like 2 or 3 missions. And before you actually get to that mission, some of them you have to do like other random tasks, which require you to do some of the side activities, which there are new ones tied to your superpowers. We should probably talk about what superpowers you have.
Hacking and shit like that. Yeah, we should mention the
superpowers you have. Some of them are you can run super fast. You can kind of like scale buildings. You could glide.
Let's say I would say maybe 15 minutes into the game, you get your superpowers.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 minutes if you don't dilly-dally. Like, it just gets going.
Yeah, you get them pretty quick.
You get sprint, you get super sprint, and you get super jump.
Yeah.
And throughout the course of the game, you level up and you can upgrade them. And then as you do the main missions,
you get other ones. You get stuff like telekinesis, this like cool ground pound thing, and then like
the fucking ice blast is fantastic.
Ice blast, fire blast. There's like a telekinesis thing where you throw people, and they're like an arc blast. It's called. Right. It kind of like electrifies people. So a lot of good variety and stuff. Back to the grand finale thing, the full help of your homies.
Achievements.
So sometimes your homies will be like, hey, do these random things, and those are like the side activities and stuff like that. And then they'll do like a mission, and then you do a mission with that associated person. So you do all those loyalty missions, and you complete the final mission called grand finale, and you'll get both achievements.
Because every loyalty mission is like the final mission gives your homie superpowers too. Yeah. And then you can call them up on your phone. He can run around with you and stuff like that.
They're called super homies at that point.
They are. So like essentially the achievements to get like your entire team super homies.
Yeah. Also, you can romance all your homies, which are
except Keith David.
Except Keith David. He will not have any of that
shit. Dude or woman, he's not into it. I tried.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Next 2 achievements we're going to talk about are, a piece of candy and a real cluster for finding 100 data clusters and 100% of all data clusters. Now, there's roughly 1,200 data clusters, which...
Yep. 1,255.
Which, don't get me wrong, is a lot, and it sounds annoying, but it's actually not. If you play the game, they're literally everywhere. Think of them as orbs in the Crackdown series.
Except there's way more. They're bigger, and they're easier to see.
Yeah, and the best part is, if you do the loyalty mission, a certain loyalty mission, you get a map of all the collectibles.
Right, you get a collectible finder in your map.
Yeah, if you play through the game naturally, like, without actually starting to look for them, I got like 600 or 700. And because these data clusters are what you use to upgrade your superpowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have money and stuff to get clothes and upgrade your
It's
guns
got
and
everything Saints Row 3 had, with all the character upgrades, all the weapon upgrades, everything, plus all the superpower stuff.
There are collectibles in the game, but there's a map for all of them, so
yeah,
it's
they're
not
that bad.
Yeah. Next two achievements are experimental tech and where's my cape. Experimental tech is kill 25 enemies with each of the best toys, and where's my cape is to purchase all superpower upgrades. So we talked about it briefly. If you pick up the data clusters, you'll actually have more. If you collect all of them,
you
have
end
like
up with like
190 more.
5 extra or 190 or something
so
like that.
So that's how you get where's my cape. You just upgrade everything. Now experimental tech is you kill. I think you get 25. Yeah, 25 kills with each of the alien weapons, like the black hole gun, the dubstep gun, the abduction gun. I forgot what it's called, and the bounce rifle.
I think it's just called the abduction gun,
really?
right?
And then the bounce.
The bounce rifle is fucking amazing. Like, the bounce rifle won't kill like enemies with armor. Basically, it's like a laser blast that bounces around.
Yeah.
But like, again, going back to this game being just ridiculous and like pretty easy, you get to like instances where there's like the territories you got to take over, where it's just like 20 dudes, but they're all like clumped together. There's an upgrade so you can fucking fire 2 shots from one bounce rifle shot.
Like a burst.
Pull the fucking trigger once, and like I'll just watch one thing just pinball and kill 17 dudes in like 1 second, and just like this gun's fucking incredible.
Yeah, all the alien weapons are fun. The dubstep gun is phenomenal. I don't even like dubstep, and I would just use that gun constantly because not only is it
like
funny,
it's
actually
ever.
A good gun.
It's
as
a
well.
fantastic weapon.
And to get those guns, you have to progress through the story, and then it'll be like, hey, I dropped off a gun for you. Open it. It's like, oh, the dubstep gun. Fucking sweet. Next, your achievements are Switch Hitter, Better This Way, and Epic Jump Quest. Switch Hitter is you are an equal opportunity offender, which of course is play 2 hours as each gender. Once again, the description switched because we got the achievement already.
Right, but we knew that one, Ray.
Yeah, Better This Way is to customize the style of all the weapons on your radio and hit the simulation with style. So another big thing is when you buy weapons, you can customize how they look. So for example, you can get like a normal looking rocket launcher. You can change it to look like a guitar case.
That is fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. And
like I had my submachine guns, I had them looking like Tommy guns. Like
yeah,
from the
my
50s.
Submachine guns look like RoboCop's pistols.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
So that's just that achievement is just have a different than default, anything but default.
Yeah, you need to fill the radio with every weapon, and then you just switch how it looks, including the melee weapon, which is the tentacle bat. They don't have the penetrator, sadly.
Yeah, but they replaced it with
a big tentacle bat.
A big hit in Japan.
And Epic Jump Quest is to complete the Epic Jump Quest between the tops of 3 count, not court, and the nuke plant.
Fucking playing some b-ball,
yeah. Welcome to the slam. Yeah, so we did a guide for that. So be sure to check that out. And the last achievement we're going to talk about is the Challenge King for 30 Gamer Score, which is to complete all the challenges. There's 66 challenges, but realistically, I think there's only
65. Well, no, actually, there's probably like 60.
Yeah, because every couple of challenges, you get another challenge. So like
complete.
I think like the first thing that'll come up is complete 7 challenges, and that's a challenge. So you're completing 8 technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of them are tied to using all the powers, using all the alien weapons, running, distance, jumping, and stuff like that.
All really doable.
Nothing too crazy. Like you said, in Saints Row the Third, there was a lot tied to gangs, and then when you wipe the gang, you're like, well, shit.
Right.
This one, you don't have to worry about that. There's no shortage of enemies even after you beat the game.
Yeah, you can absolutely do it as you go, which is the best way to do it because you can only usually work at a few challenges at a time because you don't have weapons, you don't have powers yet and stuff like that. But even if you did none of that, you could wait till the very end of the game and just fucking get all of them.
The game, before you start the final mission, the grand finale, it's kind of like a point of no return, which we should say after you actually beat the game and watch the credits, you can run around and do everything. This is just letting you know that once you start the final mission, you can't back out.
But the only thing is you'd fuck yourself if you went through the point of no return is if you didn't have all your homies' side quests done yet. And so you didn't get the superpower homie achievement because once you beat the game, you can't fucking beat it again unless you have the save from before that.
Yes.
Also, I think we should mention the only other missable achievement in the game.
There's 3 secret achievements. 2 of them are story-based. You can miss. There is one. We won't say what the context is or anything, but there's going to be a point where there's 2 doors, and it's pretty much keep fighting or surrender. Make sure you surrender.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny what happens when you surrender. But after you do that, it'll count as like dying. You'll get the achievement, and then you reload checkpoint, and you'll be brought back.
And you start in the exact same room. It's seriously
spot.
Just like a 2-second thing. Like, nope, you chose wrong. Choose again. But you get an achievement. So definitely do that.
So that's Saints Row 4.
That's a lot of
It's a lot of fucking fun. I don't even know. We talked about it a lot. And everybody should play this game like immediately. Grab a friend or play by yourself if you don't have any friends like me. and enjoy the Saints Row games. I'm excited to see what they do with Saints Row 5. Like, where do you go from here?
How are you going to make the number?